what's popping, y'all? Let me share this live real quick. Unfortunately, one of my guests, Queese, has he had to reschedule. He had got called in to work. I can't hold him against him because we all living in this capitalist hellhole. I have a guest joining me pretty soon, but today we're going to be talking about what we should have been talking about for a while because I didn't really see them as a problem, but now they are starting to annoy me, especially with all this pro ICE stuff that's going on right now. And, it's unfortunate that some people actually fall for these psyops because there is no way, as a black person that knows any history, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even have to be a history major. You can just know the basics, and there is no way that you would sit here and take up for the things that they take up. But my guest is with me right now. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, his work that he do. You guys, he's new to this channel. He won't be this. Hopefully, this won't be the last time we have him. And I'm hoping to, have a debate. Use this as bait to have a debate with these people, because I know, it's kind of hard to get them to come out of their circles because they want to be in control of everything. They want to be able to mute you, take you off, or yell at you, wherever it may be. But hopefully this, sees them and they accept this invite to actually have a debate on a lot of these things, because it's a conversation that we shouldn't be having, but since we're talking about it, let's talk about it. So yep, there you go. I love you too, Cat.
Peace, family. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I was breaking up, getting in. So what we're starting?
Right. Oh no! I just want you to introduce yourself to the, introduce yourself, your work, and we can.
Got you. Name Sultan Malik. Attorney. I'm just somebody who's passionate about his community, his ethnic group, Black American. I gotta let them know I'm married to a Black woman as well, because you got to make sure you get all the outliers. So love my people. I mean, I work with my innocence clinics, work with cases dealing with war on terror. So I'm just here. So I'm just trying to each one teach one. So I've provided mentorship while in law school. One of our founding members, division of our Black Law Student Association. So just networking, exposing, our people to different avenues of law, and not making sure we have a limited perspective, because it's hard asking questions you don't know, right? To know something that you don't know. So just getting people exposed so they can, framework of thinking. So
everything that's been going on, man, especially with ICE, and the lies that a lot of these people have been telling other Black citizens, like you will not be targeted, from by ICE, saying we have nothing to worry about. I just wanted to speak on this first because, this is dangerous rhetoric. It is very dangerous rhetoric, and they always seem to. Hold on, they said, am I the only one who can't hear him? If anybody can't hear him, let me know. Okay, but yeah, this is some dangerous rhetoric that I've been hearing. You clear to me. You clear to me. So,
okay.
But what is your thoughts? What is your thoughts on what FBA have been pushing, these days, as far as immigration status and Black Americans, them lying to Black Americans and that they won't be targeted, which we see that isn't the truth, even with us not even being part of these protests.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, the FBA, they have a very revisionist understanding of our ethnic groups. So they're kind of pushing more of a American nationalist perspective, and it's more so modernized. So it's just focused on now. So if there were actually somebody who were aware of our ethnic group, historically, law enforcement has always, when it comes to Black people, been marginalized, been attacked. So it has always been a practice of the state to encourage separation because working together is not in their favor. So when the FBA start arguing that these other groups aren't going to, they're not going to come at us, it's like, at what point in U.S. history has the identity of a Black American just been respected? No, I'm a Black American. Don't shoot me. He's Jamaican, Haitian, at what point, right? So like they're the same type that take offense to the Buffalo Soldier. Essentially, I said that Buffalo Soldier are basically 19th century ICE. And, like we have a sentimental connection. And I had to tell them, we don't have to associate our ethnic group with the actions of the federal government.
Yeah.
Right. But the whole aspect of American proving yourself. So that whole FBA, we've always had a way of identifying our ethnic group. Like we have a distinct culture, different names. They're pushing a very right wing, so it's very xenophobic. Like they're the only ethnic group of Black Americans, time period wise, to kind of explicitly be against working with other groups. Nothing wrong with advocating for your groups, because I'm an advocate for my ethnic group. I'm Black American. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to have a Pan-Africanist positioning, because all of our Black leaders, for the most part, have had a broad sense of working together. So Garvey, Nation of Islam, South Africa, Martin Luther King, Steve Biko. So it's like we've always worked together. Black Americans during World War II, well, before, it's like in the 30s, volunteered to go help Ethiopians when Italy was occupying. We're distinct. That's East Africa. That's Northeast African. We're primarily descent from a West African base, but we still saw ourselves as an extension. And it was like, we're not going to allow the only country to not be colonized in Africa to be colonized, right? But they wouldn't have that position. So now when it comes to what happened in Nigeria with that drone strike on Christmas, it's, well, they're Nigerians. So we don't have to worry about that. And it's already a separating yourself, and it's kind of an endorsement of more U.S. positioning. So like Black people don't need to care about these Black people being killed because they're not Black Americans, and it's something that's historically has never worked for us. Just you can have pride in your ethnic group, but there's a numbers game that we have to be able to have, and we're all deconstructing our own, white supremacy. All these groups are all impacted, so they kind of try to hold this racist position that only it's these Black immigrants that are pushing white supremacy. And I'm saying, like, as a Black American, Marco Marcus. And at the end of the day, that's all we got to work with. So, yeah.
I wanted to touch on something that you had spoke on a bit back on, you want to know how, Black Americans are going to be affected by this and going to be targeted by ICE for the simple fact that they call us tethers. They said I look like I was from Jamaica. One of them said I was Somalian. Somebody said I was Haitian. Like, if you as a Black person, as a Black American, cannot tell the difference between me and somebody from West Africa, then how can a white racist man can? How can, what do they call it? Quan Crow, whatever the hell. How can these people tell us apart if you can't tell us apart? So it's just, it just put us in a dangerous position. And I keep asking them. Nobody ever gives me this answer. I asked them, who benefits from us dividing the working class? Like, and this how you know it's right wing. It's a right wing pipeline, because if you wanted to actually, get shit done, and have these people actually listen to us, pass better housing bills, whatever the fuck it may be, we can put a stop to all of this shit if we had class solidarity, especially with the immigrants and undocumented immigrants, because what they took our jobs. No, they gave them people those jobs because they cheap or free labor out of these people. But if we can actually co-op, unionize, or propagandize these workers, we can put a stop to all these billionaires. Like we can put a stop to all these all these factories who are using us and then throwing us out when they find cheaper labor. Like if you want, like, I just want to know, how do we benefit in any way by dividing the working class? That means all of us, from black, white, immigrant, whatever it may be. Who benefits from that?
Hold on one moment, brother. Okay, it's lagging. Okay, could you say that again?
Oh, I just want to say, who benefits from the working class being divided?
Oh yeah, it's the same as it's always been. And up top, like it's like they bare minimum level of. That's what I'm saying. It's like a right wing. Just now, like you don't have to study Black American history, because the positionings that they're having, you would assume that this just happened now. Like these dynamics, different ethnicities, different ethnic conflicts, they've always existed, right? And we've always had to work together. And Black Americans, our ethnic group, we have never been a monolith. So you have Carter Woodson, Du Bois would be different. Was it Booker T. Washington? Like, there's always been difference of opinions, difference of thoughts. So because they are so illiterate to Black American history, like their points just doesn't make any sense. Like they have to start just like now. So it's like, how can you tell the story of Black Americans without mentioning Marcus Garvey? Right? Just the impact. Garvey, they'll say he was a tether. They're like, he's not Black American.
Yeah.
But that tether impacted who? It influenced the Nation of Islam, right? Like Elijah Muhammad references Garvey. Like you've always had intermingling within the diaspora, because at the end of the day, when you're Black, you're Black.
Yeah, I feel like they are a psyop to get Black people to let down their guard. You know what I'm saying? Because even like, and one thing I don't get is, why is they teaming up? I've been seeing FBA and Kamala Harris people together for some reason. This isn't our fight. You know what I'm saying? They share that amongst each other. I've been seeing that on TikTok. I've been seeing it on Twitter. I'm like, hold on. You guys don't like Kamala Harris. Like, you guys did not vote for Kamala Harris. Nobody in FBA endorsed her. They were saying that she was an Indian. They were saying that she wasn't Black, et cetera, et cetera. And this is why I'm looking at it from the outside in. I'm like, yeah, this is a psyop. They are latching on to anything that they can that's passing by. You know what I'm saying? As long as they can push hate or divide and conquer amongst marginalized communities.
It's all right wing. That's what I've got too. I've seen like that team up. I'm like, when you see that clear of a contradiction, you just smell white supremacy. It's like,
you froze. Uh-oh. Hold on, you froze like a bit. You froze a bit. Can you repeat that for me?
No, I got you. So those was it 92%, versus like the FBA. When you see like that clear of a contradiction, that's when you know white supremacy is up front, and they're still trying to make sense of it. But the commonality they have is essentially an American first position. So when it came to groups abroad, it was 92% Kamala Harris. We can't focus on that. We got to worry about us first. That's not our issue, right? Obviously, everything's connected, but their positioning is we got to focus on ourselves first. That whole FBA, when it comes to these other Black ethnic groups, at the end of the day, if they're Black, it's going to impact us, right? But they're saying, well, we just got to focus on ourselves at the end of the day. So the FBA just be that same type of American first, Harris supporter type of dynamic of it's just us, right? We got to worry about us first, which again would go against like people like Malcolm X, the FBA. Like,
yes.
if you just saying you got to focus on Mississippi, you know, and then focus on the Congo, you'll never be able to fix Mississippi, right? Yeah. So it's being able to recognize how everything connects, but they're pretty right-leaning. And when I say like right-leaning, it's very reactionary and reductionist. So they throw away context. So it's just America first.
What they are missing, what a lot of people are missing when they are saying, you know, we have to worry about us first. What they are basically saying is America first. You know, like it's the same thing. It is the same thing. In America first, it's a right-wing Nazi ideology. Straight the fuck up. And if you can see black and brown bodies be blown up elsewhere and say, well, we got a lot of shit to worry about ourselves. Yeah, I got a lot of shit to worry about. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little poor. I'm a little fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on probation. But I ain't got to dodge a bomb. Fact. You know? And the ones who are funding the bombs are us. You know what I'm saying? But the same people that like, okay, these people, they're not black, they're not Africans, but they want reparations for the, you know, Atlantic slave trade for some reason. Okay. It don't make no sense, but they just don't. I just don't see. I see this fizzling out in the next couple of years, but only if we like really stomp on these people. Like we really have to like humiliate them, because in a world of words, bro, they're not going to win.
No, yeah, they're anti-intellectuals, so they're going to be debating like Charlie Kirk. They're basically like a blackface Charlie Kirk in terms of our ethnic group, right? So there's going to be loose facts. Like one person I comment, the Black Panther Party, they were only FBA. I'm like, you had chapters in North Korea. You know, they were willing. The Panthers offered Panthers to the Viet Cong. You have black soldiers being drafted. You know what that means? They were willing to put a bullet in a black body. If you on the other side, and you had Eldridge Cleaver work with the Viet Cong and was basically helping them, telling the black soldiers, hey, you need to get on the right side because you're on the wrong side of history. So the FBA, they're going to say like, no, black people, black Americans got to always work black Americans. And it's like, it doesn't work that way. Like it's, right. You can understand that we're all impacted by white supremacy, but there's still like a level of like accountability. So we're not.
What they are not saying is they are white supremacists, bro. Like I get tired of holding niggas' hands who be like, oh, well, you know, join the military and be a cop. No, nigga, you niggas, what they are not saying when they say, you know what I'm saying, because I said this in the video, bro. When they say this ain't our fight, it's because they support the police, bro. A lot of these motherfuckers are the police. A lot of these motherfuckers who have pages, who actually are real, who spilling this bullshit, they work for the military. They work for the feds. So of course, if you see people getting beat up by other feds, that's not going to be your fight. Of course that isn't your fight. You fight against us, you know. And they support ICE. They support, like I just seen a tweet yesterday. Some motherfucker said, you know, basically he agreed with kicking the immigrants out, and you know, black people, we still show our support and fight for this nation no matter how much we are oppressed. I said, so you a house nigga?
Exactly.
You a house? You proud to be a house nigga? Oh, master, this house better. Like, y'all niggas don't listen to Malcolm X? Y'all, nigga, this is fucking, you know what I'm saying, elementary fucking black history, bro. Y'all niggas don't listen to Malcolm X, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to save master's house. Y'all trying to kick the immigrants out. Okay, answer me this, bro. Kicking the immigrants out, and then what?
Yeah, the hierarchy is going to be the same. So is it shifting? Like, no. So we're still going to be at the bottom. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's a very right-leaning positioning. Like you said, basic level of black history, you're going against Martin Luther King, right? You're working, like, again, Malcolm X, like basic figures. Like, you're not even going, yeah, you're right. It'll be deemed tether. His mom was from Grenada. I forgot which Caribbean country. I think Louis Farrakhan. Yeah, like, I mean, that's important. We're black diaspora. Like, what do you look like making your identity solely based off of like the state that you're located at? but they still are trying to find like more sort of acceptance. And like you said, I see more as like a failed blackface white supremacists, right? Like I saw when they were happy about Tucker Carlson just acknowledging
patting them on the head. Yeah, I seen that shit.
We making progress. It's like I ain't learned nothing. Like you already see how these people, their positionings, the result, it's like no pattern recognition. It's like no critical thinking. It's like, okay, it's low racial self-esteem. That's what I say.
But brother, we have knowledge that, you know, I'm a communist, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not this Democrat Republican bullshit. We know that Democrats have built, you know, cop cities in black cities, right? We see immigrants being rounded up. And as this shit is happening, people are telling us that we're not going to be affected by this. But I'm asking you, what are those cop cities for? You know, not only this, Trump is getting ready to build insane asylums. He just passed the bill to rebuild insane asylums. So if they are going at the immigrants, who are going to fill those cop cities? That's private. You know what I'm saying? Like those are for-profit prisons. And if you have if it's for profit, then you have a motive to make profit. That means by all means necessary, get that motherfucker filled. So if the immigrants are gone, and they can't do cheap labor for us, nobody can to pick those fields. Where do you think your black ass going?
They said make America great again. That's what they want, right? But like they don't have the perspective. I feel like again, like this is a byproduct of the low literacy, right? Literacy crisis. Like people aren't reading, so then people aren't developing that, you know, those critical thinking skills. So then they're not able to like bridge things together. So we can talk, they see history just happening there. They don't see because this happened, it connects to here, and that's why we're here now, right? So they probably understand like the Reconstruction, right? That is a byproduct since how that was addressed, how white supremacy was still able to fester. And, you know, again, now we're at the same spot because white supremacy is something that you can never actually negotiate with because it's never going to be fair. Like so the system in itself is you trying to cage brutality. And like if you read, again, already federal documents, when these the FBI will be aware of some of these towns that were ran by clans, like that police department, some of them were clans. And you had situations in which a police, he was going to violate that black man's right, but he was going to do it at least through the court. You know, I'm going to violate through the court. If a white mob does say, hey, you can either join them in the tree or you get out the way. And they'll say, oh, right. So the whole aspect of law and order, they will fold to white supremacy each time because like you can't manipulate it, right? Because then when they overthrow cities, it's like, how did this happen? It's because you were always negotiating violence. It's like the same people that made you say the Confederate flag was just about my heritage. Like it was like, remember that years, it was like, you know, this is just my heritage. And then y'all are surprised those same people, they're racist. Like after the fact, positionings that y'all are saying, these are pretty racist positionings. And it's like that same culture inspired Nazis, but y'all don't, they're not literate. Like they don't study history. So these are just things that happen.
You know what my diagnosis for people in the FBA is, there has always been house niggas. There will always be house niggas. And these are the house niggas who stayed in the house. Every nigga who say, you know, this isn't our fight, stay in the house, blah, 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 all this bullshit. Those were the same niggas that was in the house in the 1800s, 1900s, civil rights era, because we know a lot of black people did not fight during the civil rights era. Black Panthers was disliked during amongst the black community, you know. Yeah. So we know a lot of these niggas didn't fight, and a lot of these niggas or a lot of these FBA motherfuckers are the offspring of the coons of yesterday, and we have to deal with them just like our grandfathers and our grandparents had to deal with them, as well as Harriet Tubman had to deal with them. There's always going to be people like them. But the thing is now, the empire gives these fools they give these fools a megaphone, They give these fools platforms, you know what I'm saying? Because it helps divide and it helps us continue to talk about shit that we should have been past. We should have been past. And I know a lot of their arguments are, well, we're not going to fight for these people because some of their people own slaves and some of their people own slaves. My nigga, you are fighting for white supremacy. They own us today. You know what I'm saying? We have slaves in America today in the prison industrial complex, but you don't say anything about that. And to be so proud, to be like, to call yourself FBA and not be grounded in liberation against imperialism is just like oxymoron. Like, how can you call yourself a FBA member, foundational Black American, but you're not founded on liberating your people? Because if you know history, you know that we're still enslaved. You know that we're still, if we fuck up one time, I went to prison. I was just facing 25 years. I could have been in that bitch forever. You know what I'm saying? Doing some slave work, you know, the 14th Amendment slave. So it's just like, how can you call yourself a Black American? And you know what I'm saying? Like, everything that made us is anti-American. Everything that brought us here was anti-American, bro. From the civil rights era, that shit is anti-American. You know, getting rid of slavery, segregation, that shit is anti-America. Black people walking the streets is anti-American. So how can you call yourself an American if you're not based on liberation for your fucking people, knowing today that we still fucking slaves?
Oh, exactly. I mean, they don't see it that way. So a lot of them also too are internalizing, if a Black person in jail, he had to do something. Like, despite the fact that Black men, we have like the highest rates of exonerations. Who would be shocked in terms of a country historically that is going anti-Black, that it's Black men that have the highest rates of exonerations. So they don't even like string things together, because like you mentioning that slave labor, like slavery never ended for Black American, Black men specifically, right? Because once slavery ended, then you had the influx of other prisons, and it was basically Black men who rebuilt the South in chain gangs and labor that I think like Michelle Alexander, she states, basically it was worse than slavery, because slavery, they still had an incentive to keep their labor alive. But when you are operating from a prison, you can just pick up somebody else. So these Black codes, you don't have a job. Okay. Racism, everybody's aware that they're not hiring, but it's like, okay, well, you don't have a job. Okay, now you're working the chain gang. You get worked to death. Free labor. And then you get the stereotype of being a criminal. And it's like, who cares about being a criminal? The stereotype of a criminal in an unjust system. Like, we fought Nazis with the segregated army. Like that's the reality. Like, the Nazis took inspiration from us as a nation, and then we fought them with the segregated army. So then, like, the American, like, you got to get in so much revisionism of, you know, we just unified together. It was like, no. Like, Nazis received more government benefits than the Black American soldiers. Like, they got to work inside the government. Black men, we didn't get the GI Bill benefits. So that's the reason why, you know, lack of was within the community. Like, Nazis got treated better. So, but again, they don't really care about Black Americans, like our actual history, ethnic group, because this isn't like complex, like thinking. It's not very like niche. It's just like, hey, if you care about Black men, you care about Black people, Black women, you're going to study the criminal justice system. Like, that's going to give you you study the criminal justice system, you basically got a minor in Black American history. Like, it's just the development of SWAT in response to the Black Panther. Like, COINTELPRO, when the federal government is saying a possible messiah is Malcolm X, but he died, and then he mentioned like Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, like, we live in a very like white patriarchal society, very like Abrahamic. That's their type of, you know, Judeo-Christian type of dynamic they have, right? So within their own understanding, they frame Black people, right, Black messiah. Like, imagine again, these are Christians operating the federal government and saying that this group is going to be messiah within their own terminology, because that's the only terminology that they're understanding. It's a savior. It's somebody who's unifying. Good. This is the federal government. So it's like how people view what it means to be a criminal, that's where it comes from. I feel like a lot of the low literacy, because like if the federal government is saying like they're trying to prevent a messiah, that should tell you kind of explicitly like the values of like good, bad, but it's, well, the government is always right. So it's kind of more so relying on fallacies of authority rather than principles of justice. You know, so it's
it's fucking ridiculous, man. And I see a lot of people, you know, with some talking points in the chat, and I want to talk about this because a lot of these niggas who talk about this have never been in jail, let alone prison. Latinos team up with white supremacist groups in the prisons against black people. Everybody team up against anybody. You don't understand how prisons work. Prisons work differently from state to state. And I'm not saying that Latinos and white supremacists don't team up. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. You will never be white enough for white supremacy. You understand that? Just like how you guys are treating the Africans, just like how you guys are talking down on Africans, they did the same thing to the Irish. They did the same thing to the to their other white counterparts. They even doing it to the Europeans now. You know, it's the same fucking rhetoric, right? But a lot of you have never been in prison. You don't understand that the system keep these prisons segregated for a reason. If they wasn't segregated, if they actually taught these people, if they actually, you know, rehabilitated these people, no matter what their crimes were, because that's what the system say, they are there to be rehabilitated. If they actually were rehabilitated, there would be no prisons. There will be no prisons. So of course they need them separated, you know, fighting amongst each other, and you know, a way for them to come back into that revolving door that we call the prison industrial complex. Now, while we are on the topic of prison, FBA have all of this smoke for, you know, people that's going through, you know, prison, or maybe you have to team up with certain people to survive, but they don't talk about the prison system as a whole. Matter of fact, they don't bring up capitalism at all. And it seems to me like you guys are trying to preserve your way of life because you think you got it good. You think, you know what I'm saying, because you fell for propaganda that West Africans live in huts, that you have it good here. And I think that you are trying to wiggle your way into ushering in black capitalism. Is that what it is? Because I don't feel like you guys have working class solidarity, because if you did, you wouldn't be going after the immigrants who can literally shut down billion-dollar corporations, and we can rebuild this whole structure.
Yeah, I believe they're more so, it's of an identity. It's like a right-wing movement for like more isolationism, but they don't have any type of ideology. Like it's not really this, it's lineage, right? But at the same time, we've always had ways of identifying us. That's how they're able to say which one's the FBA. The only way you can do that is because there was already some titles that we had to distinguish ourselves. So that's why I feel like it's a very right-wing reactionary. There's no real substance to it. Like principally, it just doesn't go anywhere because the hierarchy isn't going to change, right? They're encouraging like a Pan-Africanist position, which again, like that's, you're isolating yourself, right? So they're already aware that we're oppressed, right? Because they acknowledge you're oppressed. So it's like, imagine like isolating yourself from possible support from others. And the reason why they don't understand this is because, what was the question?
That's what I'm trying to see. It's easier to pick on immigrants. Okay, hold on. This one of them. It's easier to pick on immigrants than to fight billionaires. When Tariq has ever gone to war with a billionaire, he'll dox an immigrant, but will never put on a record label owner on blast ever. Yeah. Hold on. I don't think his fight is with billionaires. I think their goal is to be millionaires and billionaires. I think their goal is to, like, you know, I think they fail for the American dream. I think they still believe in the American dream. So I don't think billionaires would be on his list of ops. It'd be people like me and you.
Okay, what was the question?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get everybody. If y'all got questions, ask us in here. I've heard FBA say we're against Wall Street. I've heard FBA say we aren't against Wall Street. We just want our piece of the pie. Yeah, yeah. And that's where it's all leading to, because, you know, if you're not backing liberation for your people, you're backing white supremacy. Like, you know, I'm like, when I see black people waving the American flag, it gives me like a ick, bro. It's like something just like didn't, like, what is wrong with you, bro? You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know what I'm saying, your guy getting killed and you wearing his wearing him on a chain. No, I'm playing. But still, but you know, we have had, and you know, I don't want to be rude to anybody who are religious, who believe in Jesus and whatnot, but we have had people who has been tortured way worse than your God was. Well, what they described, you know what I'm saying? We have people who has limbs chopped off and, you know what I'm saying, sexually abused, all kind of stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that your God didn't even go through, and you still waving this flag as a black man, as a black person, talking about you're proud to be an American. And I just don't see how. What are you proud of, and what are we trying to conserve as black Americans in America? Because, you know, what, our women died doing giving birth, you know what I'm saying, our aunties, mamas, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They died the most giving birth. They still haven't done anything about that. Haven't done anything about sickle cell, which, you know what I'm saying, hey, black people haven't done anything about diabetes besides raise the price of insulin, which is what? Black people haven't did anything about motherfucking housing, but blaming on immigrants. And now we have, you know, FBA telling us, oh, well, they pushing immigrants into our, nigga, ain't nobody coming into your community besides white people. White people are gentrifying your neighborhoods. Your mouth is zipped. You see an immigrant family, and now the world is in there. Now they taking over. They taking over, right? But not the motherfucker, not Wall Street, not the billionaires, not BlackRock, not Vanguard, not all these private motherfucking corporations that own your block. You see how, you know, this is why I look down on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I always tell you, I'm not going to hold your hand. I look down on you because not only you are an idiot, you know what I'm saying? You are a coward. You are a coward, because it's easy for me to look around and be like, damn, who should I go after? The nigga with billions of dollars, bodyguards, you know what I'm saying? Power in this world, or a fucking motherfucker who had to swim over here because we bombed their fucking country. You're weak. You know what I'm saying? I would never hold a hand of a weak man, bro. Like, I can't do anything with y'all. And I know somebody keeps saying, you know, come to Kelly, come to Kelly. I've been to California. I've been to Skid Row. I talked to the fucking to the GDs and the Grape Street Crips. I've been out there a couple of times. We made it. We was fine. You know who I got into it with? A fucking Mexican. Because he was talking just like y'all. Saying, oh, these people out here because they want to be. Talking about homeless people. Advanced surveillance state, I don't think the public is organizing and doing right now. Decentralized on unnamed groups may be more effective. Yeah, man. You can't always put your face out there. That's why I don't trust a lot of people. Be like, hey, look at us. You know what I'm saying? We got guns. Like, man, if you got a gun, go shoot them motherfuckers. Don't say nothing about it. You know, that's the problem with you motherfuckers. Y'all just like, y'all ain't no different than the SoundCloud rappers. The kids who kill you and then make a song about it. Thank you for that $5, man. Yeah, if it's what has been crossing your radar? Because I see a lot of your videos. You know, I follow you religiously, so I forgot what video was, but what's been coming across on your radar as far as, you know, this FBA shit? And
well, it's been primarily what I've been seeing just a recent with the the Panthers has been showcased in like Philadelphia, different groups coming out of commentary on what the Black Panthers were. And the FBA's understanding of the Black Panther Party, they have to engage in very reductionist. It's just these are just Black American militants, and it just stops there. Because if you give the full context of Black America or the Black Panther Party, again, they've always worked with a variety of different groups. And like you mentioned earlier, like they didn't even have the primary support from the Black Americans, right? So they were working with the other Latinos. Like you had this Rainbow Coalition.
Yeah,
it's a different perspective because you had the same issues. That's like if they actually study Black American history, they're going to understand not everybody is a freedom fighter. Like so, like they're trying to ride the coattails of Martin Luther King, Malcolm. Like not everybody built like that. Like not everybody was the Panthers. Right, and some people have those same issues. We have to focus on ourselves. The Black Panther Party prioritized their communities. That didn't stop them from being able to see how everything is connected, right? And allow to put those pressures, make those alliances, because it's always going to be revolutionary, progressive to work together, because that like the baseline understanding is causing division. Now we start the society off with already instill biases of against groups, right? That's the framework. So if you are going against that, you're going in the right direction. And that's why in every context of, oh man, these groups are working together, the government takes them out. Like when the federal government said like COINTELPRO and the homicide, it was just somebody who was going to be able to unify these Black militants and like the anti-war protesters, all that, like basically a rainbow coalition working together. Now, in any other dynamic, you hear a government be against a group working together, going against racism, biases. You're going to say, I think that government might be evil. But when it comes to U.S. history, it's like we accept that somehow that was a necessary evil, and it just is.
Yeah, and these their big talking point is we can't be deported, which is a lie. We can't be deported, and Trump is actually selling people to islands. Even if we can't be deported, we can be jailed, we can be killed, we can be enslaved. There's a lot of things they can do with your Black ass. They don't need to deport you. You can make them you can make them a lot of money in the prison industrial complex. So I don't know why is there only like they talk about Black Americans cannot be
hold on one moment.
You good. I don't know what their talking point is. Black Americans can't be, deported. They can do a lot of things to Black Americans. They don't have to deport you. There's a lot of us in prison right now that don't deserve to be, not even charged with the fucking crime. What the fuck you guys talking about? So, and then another thing, we're not fighting for these people, we're not fighting for those people, and then they get mad when the police kill one of our people, right? And rightfully so. The police kill an unarmed Black person. That police officer was trained by the IDF, was trained by Israel. Planetary right now is telling us that ICE is going to get drones and they're going to be able to surveillance our streets. Where did they get that technology from? Where did they teach them to, work that technology? Israel. So you not fighting for these people are the reason why, you're going to get fucked up by those people, by the same people, because all the fights are connected. But the thing is, motherfuckers too weak to say, I'm weak. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
I can't fight. I got jello heart. I got jello in my heart. I'm a bitch. You know what I'm saying? My knees is weak. I can't keep up with the rest of y'all. That's what they need to say, because if they was actually, taking a break, not fighting and all this and that, you would not be coming into our spaces. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't come on our tweets when we come and we advocate for, immigration or whatever the fuck it may be. You would just shut the fuck up about it. You would just shut the fuck up about it and be a bitch in your house. Be the house nigga that you always knew you can be, right? Stay out the fight. Don't get into the fight. Don't get out there. Don't protest. Even though your people still being jailed, even though your people still being killed by the police daily. Don't protest. Don't fight.
I'll say, if it's not true, just don't disencourage, right? Don't encourage, don't contribute towards the negativity against people who are advocating, right? Like the principle, like you said, just it's not me, but I'm not going to get in your way. They want to say it's not them, but I'm going to get in your way. And that's something it's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So like if you have the position, like again, historically, our people have never been a monolith. So like I understand it takes a certain mindset to say like, hey, we're having this position. It's a lot of trauma that you put on just being compassionate for Black people or marginalized groups. Not everybody might have that position, but actively contributing against those who are, that's where I agree with you with this, like a lot of their insecurities and that projections of their own insecurities of, you know, I can't do this and I know I should do this. And I believe that in this situation, I would do this because these are the same people who say we're not our ancestors, right? They love saying that. They're like, we're not our ancestors. Well, here's the thing is, some of our ancestors were weak. Like some of the ancestors were, you know, not everybody, Malcolm X, not everybody built like that. But they were framing it as if all of our ancestors, they were engaging on just like white supremacy. So they were just already framing it was like, you know, our ancestors weren't resisting, you know, we'll be the ones to fight back. And then when we get put in a situation, less than a year, them saying, I'm tired, I tapped. Like they even had a chance to be tested. That's why I feel like one of the weakest Black American generations is like, you know, we're not our ancestors. So it's like you already build up the suspension. It's like, okay, because it's white supremacy, it's always going to be here. It's one of those like, okay, here's your opportunity. I'm tired. I voted for a cop and she lost. I voted for a white man who lost. Like, who'll be surprised? Because even Black politicians understand of like interracial dynamics. So it's like Obama mentioned of like the importance of like with Michelle Obama, like of him not being. So it's like you lost to a candidate that was coming from a Zionist administration during, you know, an act of genocide, full-blown Zionist, top cop. Yeah. And it's like, man, the Black woman couldn't out-Republican the white man. Donald Trump. And it's like you like they're surprised. And that's their contribution towards their, you know, I've never seen a generation.
You froze for a bit. Hold on. Thank you for that $10, Mr. Mackable. Hold on. You have froze for a bit. Let me get you back. Damn it. Free. Okay, there you go.
Okay, no doubt. But no, yeah, I was saying I've never seen a generation of
Black We're gonna give you information after the show where y'all can reach out.
So I never seen a generation of Black Americans associate ourselves with the losing Democratic Party. So it's already bad that we're associating our identity with the party that historically owned our ancestors. So this is what's going to be written, like the party that owned your ancestors. You know, you associated your identity with that to somebody who wasn't even like this, like radical, or somebody who was really, it was like they made that person like top cop. Mind you, this is post Black Lives Matter, post the new Jim Crow. So they're aware of the development of the slave patrol. The policing comes from the slave patrol. So a Black woman who's associated herself with an historical racist practice, right? Just an origin, lost. And they're associating their identity with. That's their contribution in the lifelong struggle of white supremacy. That's going to be their our chapter. It's like, hey, we voted for Harris. It's like they weren't even supporting her in 2020.
Yeah,
but like she was president for a reason.
Yeah, she dropped out of her own state. She couldn't even win her own state. And they're gonna have the same problem with Newsom. Newsom is gonna lose California. They underestimate how much we actually dislike these people. Like Hillary Clinton is still more unpopular than Donald Trump, no matter what he do. people still gonna look down on look at Hillary Clinton like, yeah, Trump fucked up, but it bitch, you know. But yeah, it's just like, man, it's just sad to see. But you know, history always tells us that it will always be people like this, especially black people like this. You know what I'm saying? And black people who are like this always get the biggest megaphones. You know, the people who are pro-Israeli, deportation, whatever it fucking may be. As long as they are pushing divide and conquer, they're going to have a bigger megaphone than people like me and you, who's going to try to, unite the people, whatever it may be. Because yes, we do have some problems amongst each other. We do have problems amongst each other. But those things can be unlearned. A lot of things can't. But a lot of these things is just a bump in the road. These people don't like us. Those people don't like us. These people are racist. Those people are motherfucker. Okay, if that's the point, if we're going to do it like this, because if we're going to paint every person in this group with the same brush, then I should be able to paint you and every other person with the same brush. Every other black person, there's black people out here don't even like their own skin color. Should I paint you with the same brush as them? There's black people who don't even like being black. Should I paint you with that brush also, right? To say these people, we shouldn't do something for the whole collective of these people because a handful of them was like this. That is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. These children ain't did nothing to me. And you know what I'm saying? Americans have this, I said it earlier, I said it on another show. You see life out of your eyes, so you think that you are the main character. But you're not. Life is about what you build and what you leave behind. What you build for the future generations. You're not here for a good time. You're here to build for the future. And all of you are sitting here while the empire collapsed. We have no infrastructure, and you're trying to divide the rest of the working class. The working class that we need to put this government at heel. You know how you stop a fucking capitalist? You stop the capital. And I want to talk to you black people who want to bring in black capitalism. How can you be a capitalist when you are the capital, motherfucker? You don't own anything. You barely own your house. If you own your house, you don't own the land up under it. You got to pay all these fucking bills. You still gonna give in into this system. And another thing, how are we gonna make reparations a thing for black people with the people that you want in office? These people never have supported reparations, and I'm starting to believe that you guys don't either, because there is no way. How in the fuck are we going to get reparations and make it actually count? Because you know what's going to happen if people like FBA or ADOS pass a reparations bill? It's going to be a little bit of money. Yeah, it's going to be a nice little check, but it's going to go right back into the fucking system. What we need to focus on, especially reparations for Black Americans, is not only slavery. We need reparations for Jim Crow. We need reparations for the prison industrial complex. We need reparations for them targeting our community with crack. We need reparations for a lot of things, and we need universal a check every fucking month. We need the benefit off of the taxes and the profit that these companies have made that has been around since slavery. And I mean 10 to 20% tax on all of their fucking profits. This is a real reparations bill. Not, are you African? Are you this? Are you Jamaican? Well, you don't get it. Because if you were really about reparations, then you understand that the empire owes everybody reparations. Not only Black Americans, Jamaicans, motherfucker, Native Americans still are owed reparations to this fucking day. The Japanese still are owed reparations to this day. And because of the genocide that you guys have backed, Palestinians are owed reparations today. So how are we going to be able to make this? How are we going to be able to, bring justice for our people, but not for all people. Because if they're not free, you're not free, and they can do it to you. What makes you think they won't do it? If they can do it to them, what makes you think they won't do it to you? If they can literally blow these children up to pieces, why do you think they give a fuck about yours? Why are you so gung-ho on trying to preserve white supremacy and neoliberalism like it has gotten black people anywhere?
Hey, bro, I got to head out. But with your point of them not being able to, if them acknowledging the violence that are happening to these children, these other groups of people, and believing somehow they're treated better, but we're going to be treated better, even though you're saying that these people have a privilege. But this is what I say, like a lot of FBA is like illiterate over Black American history, because if you see Gaza and don't think Black Wall Street, you don't think all of these other Black towns that were essentially ethnically cleansed, you don't see the comparison of successful groups being wiped out due to white supremacy. That comes from being illiterate over Black American history. So you might not want to even be invested, but you should at least be able to understand. It's like they will do it to you because they have done it to us, right? So again, that's why they push a lot of revisionism. That's why there's no logic. What I realized to a lot of them, like you just debate them like you would a white supremacist, and you just apply a verifiable fact, and there's really nothing they can argue against.
Then they're gonna call you a tether.
Exactly.
Where can we find you? I know you're not on Twitter yet, but do you got an Upstroke yet? YouTube?
No, I don't have any YouTube. I got so much stuff going on. Just on TikTok, so just Sultan Malik. You can follow me there. And hopefully we'll have some more of these collabs. I appreciate you sending me the invite, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're gonna get on this. And if any FBA, if y'all got the balls, I see a lot of y'all woofing in those comments, but y'all niggas ain't say shit when I sent the request out. So don't come here woofing, nigga. Y'all should have came in debate, but you pussy. You can't stand that shit because you know what I'm saying? Your ideology has no foundation. Your ideology has no foundation. So if you're gonna come with, hey, we're gonna do another one of these. I'm gonna get Queese. We can throw a whole debate together. We can throw a whole panel together. If y'all niggas want to woof, we can woof it out. But thank you for coming on, man.
All right, take care, brother. Be safe out here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My thing is, a lot of these people have been sucking on the tit of neoliberalism so long that they think that it's nourishing them. Nigga, it is killing you. These people have been doing nothing but killing our people, and you got the nerve to come after another marginalized community. They literally are poisoning our fucking communities. Not immigrants, motherfucker. It wasn't immigrants who poisoned Flint. It wasn't immigrants who poisoned Detroit water or bankrupt us. It wasn't them who sold our fucking housing to the banks. It wasn't no fucking immigrants. You niggas are weak. You niggas are weak, and you think punching on this motherfucking immigrant that's lower than you, that, oh, you're gonna get a pat on the head by these white supremacists. That's all you get. That's all you're gonna get. Because you know what they do to traitors? They kill them. They kill them. Thank you, but you gotta go. Because if you can't even fight for your own people, how can I trust you? How can I trust you? Right. And the thing is, you don't have to be, as long as you are FBA and grounded and fighting imperialism, that makes sense. That makes more sense than a Black American saying, I'm proud to be an American. Nigga, our people are still slaves. We have nothing here. Literally, as a whole, Black Americans have nothing. The bank accounts compared to white families and Black families, we have nothing. What the fuck are you niggas trying to preserve? If anything, all we got to lose is our motherfucking chains. All we got to lose is our chains. But motherfuckers want to punch down. When you literally have Elon Musk taking billions of dollars from you motherfuckers. That's the only immigrant who's hurting you. That's the only immigrant that is fucking up your communities. It's Elon Musk poisoning your fucking waters to build them data centers. That's the immigrant that y'all should be going after. But no, you're gonna go after Julio. You're gonna go after Jesus. You're gonna go after David and Muhammad. These motherfuckers steady building prisons. Steady building prisons. They have studies that show, where do black kids go when they fail the 3rd grade? Oh, guess where they go? Guess what we got for them? Is it another school? No. Is it a tutor? No. Is it, money? You know what I'm saying? Assistance for the mother to teach them? Homework? Nothing? No. Nope. It's a jail cell, nigga. Every fucking child that fails the 3rd grade get a jail cell built for them. And you motherfuckers want to sit here and talk about, nigga, can it? And I stand on this. All you niggas is weak. I stand on this. All you niggas is weak. I don't give a fuck who you align with. Because you already aligned yourself with white supremacists. You can't align yourself with me. You can't be over here with me. You will never see me, motherfucker, talking about ice, baby. You will never see me talking about get rid of these motherfuckers. You will never see me talking about saving the empire. Y'all motherfuckers talking about, y'all got the nerve to call niggas coons who go out there and fight against white supremacists, but wave the American flag. You the biggest coon, my nigga. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. I'm surprised your eyes not black. How much you been cooning the fuck up? You waving the American flag that's soaked in our people's blood. To this fucking day. I understand if they gave us reparations and made everything fine and dandy and gave us our 40 acres and a mule, I'll wave your bitch ass flag. But you ain't even get that. You ain't even get that. And your ass still broke, nigga. You still broke, nigga. And when they get rid of the fucking immigrants, guess what? You still gonna be broke, nigga. Cause you ain't no fucking capitalist, nigga. You a slave. You a fucking slave. What they gonna do? They gonna treat you better? Ooh, Master got one for me. Hey, I ain't like the mother. I ain't like that one over there. Yeah, Master, go and get him. Go and ship him off to them islands, Master Trump. Go and get him. Yeah, send him back. You sound like a white man. You sound like a white man. You sound like a conservative white man. Your ideology is Ronald Reagan's, bitch. You sound like a white man. Yeah, send him back. Nigga, ain't nobody illegal on stolen land that was built on fucking slave labor. If you want to get rid of anybody, get rid of them fucking crackers. Get rid of them motherfucking coons that keep us divided, those black faces in high places. Get rid of those motherfuckers. Get rid of those bankers. Get rid of Wall Street. Get rid of BlackRock. Go after them. But that's Master. That's Master right there. He made it. He a billionaire. I want to be just like him. I want to make my money off the back of black and brown marginalized communities. I don't give a fuck if I have to invest in fucking prisons. Master gonna treat us better once them immigrants gone. The housing crisis. Nigga, who own those houses? Who own those houses? You telling me some broke immigrants who can't even vote, who can't even get benefits because they don't have any citizenship, they are buying houses? Now I understand that there's families of immigrants who have done well with their money. They have made it well under capitalism. But that's not the majority of them niggas. Them niggas broke as fuck. You been in Hamtramck? Yeah, they own their little stores, but them niggas broke. Them niggas broke as fuck. Let me guess. Get rid of the Arabs. We get rid of the Arabs and then what? And you know what? It's so crazy because as much as I hate America, it is beautiful. It is so diverse. It is so diverse. You can see all walks of life of people. You can see all kinds of people just walking around and talking to people in your community. People from the UK, people from Africa, people from Detroit, Chicago, Cali, wherever the fuck it may be, all walks of life. But you know, one thing that we all have in common is we have the same enemy, which is capitalism. Capitalism. No matter how much you yell at these immigrants and be mad, you're still going to have to work those 40 hours. You're still going to have to go and slave, just to keep the lights on, just to keep your water on. You're going to have to slave because that's what they see you as. When have they ever seen black people as more than that? So why are we aligning ourselves with white supremacists and speaking white supremacist talking points like America first? American or Americans have never been first when it comes to capitalism, when it comes to this system. We never have been first. That goes for black, brown, and white people. White people, yes. I explained this to you well. We had some white motherfuckers woofing in the comments on one of them other shows. And I said, you just mad at me because they built the fucking system in your image, but left you out the picture. And that's why they look down on you worse than they look down on me. I'm poor and I'm black. I'm supposed to be. What's your excuse? All of us have the same fucking enemy. Everybody got the same enemy. It's just a handful of fucking billionaires and a handful of politicians, 200 and something to 300 something politicians ruining our fucking lives, get us fighting over crumbs. Crumbs. Out of all the wars, out of all the shit that we have stolen, we have yet to benefit from any of it. We gotta beg them to give us the crumbs. And they still don't want to do that. Universal health care is crumbs. That is the least that we can ask for one of the richest countries in the fucking world. Those are crumbs. We have to beg and beg and beg and beg. You get nothing, my nigga. You get nothing out of all this fighting. Now they're reversing all the shit that our grandfathers did, and you niggas out here talking about this isn't our fight. Nigga, that was the shit. What you talking about? That's not our fight. Our grandfathers fought for that shit. I try not to dabble into this type of science, but it's kind of like proving me right that niggas just born with less testosterone than their fathers, bro, than their grandfathers, because ain't no fucking way. You telling me your grandfather was out here doing this and that, protesting and fighting the power, and you sitting here talking about this isn't my fight? Weak. I look down on you niggas. If I can see you in person, I'll spit on you niggas. You leaving our children to a world that's divided, ruled by white supremacists, when we can take over this bitch if we wanted to. But you're so busy about a popularity contest. You're so busy about who likes you and who don't. You don't want to teach. You don't want to undo everything, the propaganda that people have learned. Because yes, there is hate. A lot of fucking people hate us. That is fucking true. A lot of people don't. But don't paint everybody with the fucking same brush. especially the black community, talking about the majority of us. Nigga, y'all are on the internet. Y'all on the internet. Y'all, the majority of y'all, nigga. I don't know not one nigga that's FBA in real life. Not one. Y'all niggas are on the fucking internet. Y'all won't get as far as this. And I'm here to put a stop to this shit today. If y'all want to woof, come on the show, hold your shit, stand your ground. Be exposed for the white supremacists that you truly are, my nigga. And stop hiding behind black faces. Stop hiding behind our tragedies to uplift and upheld neoliberalism. What kind of black nigga is a neoliberal? What kind of black man is a neoliberal? Would you get eunuch? Would they clip your balls off, nigga? Out of all of our leaders, none of them niggas said, listen to liberals. Be a neoliberal. Be a capitalist. None of those leaders have said that, but yet you want to go and cherry pick what these people have said during their times while they was alive. You want to cherry pick, oh, well, he said not to trust these people and those people. But nigga, he said not to trust you niggas either. He said not to trust the nigga who don't want to burn down Master House, nigga. That's exactly who you niggas are. Don't want to burn down Master House. Don't want to burn down Master House. Why? Why? You don't even get to go in the house. He let you chill on the side and get a little shade from time to time, 30 minutes. Get back to work, bitch. I just hope the best for all groups. All groups. I hope he's legit. If he's not, I seen some shit that was real shaky about him, whatever it may be. If your heart in the right place, nigga, do what you need to do. Just be prepared to die. Be prepared to die. Because that's what I tell you guys all the time. If you're going to fight the government, be prepared to die. In any fucking way. You don't even have to be a participant. You can be on the sidelines. You can be an overlooker. Be prepared to die. And the thing is, with a lot of these FBA niggas, they are afraid of death. They are afraid of what the white man have done and can do. To understand the history of backbreaking and what they have done to our black people in front of each other. You know what I'm saying? To get that revolutionary spirit out of us, to try to break us mentally and physically. We feel weak. That's why you can see a man that's a slave, that's fucking 400 pounds, jacked, solid muscle, but he bow down to this scrawny little white man with nothing but a whip in his hand because he's seen what they have done to his people. And this is what FBA is. They are a product of those men who has been backbroken. Don't fight. Don't speak up. Injustice, what injustice? See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I'm safer in Master's house. I'm safer here. Yes. I mean, I can get liberation, but if they catch me, they're going to do me like they did the real leader of Black Lives Matter. They're going to do me like they did Fred Hampton. They're going to kill me like they did Malcolm X. If I speak up, they're going to eat me like how they did Nat Turner. If I fight back, they're going to do me like they did Nat Turner. I can't. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. That's what them niggas is. They backbroken. They are the offspring of the slaves that were backbroken. I live in Detroit, bro. I don't know why you trying to compare our states. Like, I live in Detroit, bro. I lived through one of the harshest times in this bitch. And you can say that, oh, this and that. Nigga, we got more immigrants than anybody. We got more immigrants than y'all. Now what? What you got to say? What you got to say now? Come on now. Can you roll up, bro? Nigga, what hand you roll up with? What hand you roll up with, bro? With your toes? Oh, even better, nigga. You know how we do them 7 Mile niggas. Shit. You know how we do them 7 Mile niggas. Well, don't make go back 2005, man. Don't make go bring it back 2005. You remember how we used to do them 7 Mile niggas? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't get the xenophobic bullshit. I don't get the xenophobic bullshit, bro. I don't care. These people don't like us. This is not a popularity contest. Solidarity is not a popularity contest. A lot of things can be unlearned. And I'm not sitting here saying, oh, we should forgive racists. No. I think we should reach their children. I think we should reach their loved ones before that disease of racism and individualism and capitalism spread to their offspring. It can be done, but it ain't gonna be, oh, well. But if I fight, thank you for that 20. Damn, nigga, you balling. You need to send some of that shit to my Cash App. I'm doing a giveaway in next month. It was for my birthday, but the shelter made me push it back because it is. If you in Detroit or in Michigan, then you know it's snowing like a motherfucker out here. You know what I'm saying? Like it is not letting up anytime soon. So we trying to still trying to get our shit together. Let me see. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Ding, ding, dong. Ding, 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 dong. I'm every African is all in me. Okay, here we go with my tweet. We officially have a date. Me and the shelter agreed on February 15th. We're giving out winter clothing, sanitation supplies, and hot food. If you can, please donate to the links below so we can get some more supplies. It's going to be February 15th. If you are in Detroit, Michigan, or in the Metro Detroit area, please let me know. Inbox me, email me, Twitter, DM me, whatever the fuck. We can meet up. If you have anything to donate in person, please wash them ahead of time so we can, not spread, we don't want to get motherfucking smallpox. So we get gonna have coats, jackets, hats, gloves, sanitation, hot food. February 15th, if you can, please donate to Cash App, Unholy Rome, PayPal. No, Cash App Tour for the Poor, PayPal, Unholy Rome 6, and Venmo Tour for the Poor, all lowercase. But yeah, and the thing is with this, when I do these type of giveaways, FBA will want me to be like, where you're from. Oh, you're too light skinned. Oh, you got an accent. You got an accent. Oh no, these clothes are for Black Americans only. Oh, you're white. You die in the winter. Die in the winter because you're white. I don't care that you're homeless. Die, right? Because if we're saying this isn't our fight, Palestine isn't our fight, a fucking genocide, which our people was the first to go through a fucking genocide, you should know better not to back a fucking genocide. You know what I'm saying? If a genocide isn't your fight, then that isn't your fight. The little shit isn't your fight. The little shit isn't your fight, right? Brother, where are you getting all of this? From the internet. This is what you are saying. I am repeating your fucking talking points. I don't know if you are in FBA groups. I don't know if you follow these people as much. You know what I'm saying? But yes, it sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous because it is ridiculous. And for black people to be so pro-American, it's just like heartbreaking, you know? I don't get why you what are you proud of? You proud that we were slaves? You proud that we never had liberation or even reparations? What are you proud of? You proud that we are still a minority in this country, but the majority of the homeless population, or a minority in this country, but the majority of the prison population? What are you proud of? What are we trying to conserve here? It's not a lineage. A lineage, that's not a lineage. That's not a lineage. My lineage goes back to like the 1100s. That's not a fucking lineage. What are you proud of? That we still have to protest for civil rights, equal rights, women's rights, gay rights, trans rights? What are you proud of? What are we conserving here? If anything, I feel like black people would get more if we just said, fuck this system. Yeah, I'm proud of my family too, but what are you proud of America? What are we trying to preserve? What are we trying to conserve? What are we waving these American flags for? Why are you guys so proud that you were never liberated? You wave the country, the flag of a country that never liberated your people and still have them in slavery to this fucking day. Explain to me. I have to do all of that. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these people are in the military. These are the only people who would be like proud to be American or brainwashed to be American. Either that, oh shit, either that, or they fail for some type of propaganda somewhere, bro. Some type of I can't tell you how many videos I look up of black people being shot by the police yearly. I can't even count. There's hundreds of us yearly, bodied, running away, sleeping, walking, talking, bodied, hundreds of us. I can't tell you how many niggas is locked up for an ounce of weed on their third strike. I can't tell you how many niggas is fucked up because of the same system that y'all want to uphold. This is why black Marxists always tell you black capitalism will not save anybody, because you're not mad at the fact that we are slaves. You're not mad at the fact that we've never been liberated. You're mad at the fact that you are not in the driver's seat. You're mad at the fact that you're not in the driver's seat, because if that wasn't the case, then you wouldn't be so much against immigration. You wouldn't be against reparations for other marginalized communities that our tax dollars have fucking bombed the shit out of and misplaced. If you was principled, you would know the reason why we have a high numbers of immigrants coming into America is because we use our tax dollars to keep them impoverished. We use our tax dollars to bomb them. We use our tax dollars to rape and kill them. So it's only logical for a motherfucker to be like, okay, America is sending these bombs. Where is the safest place I can be? America. The US. That is the safest place you can be. You already took all their resources. So you telling me as a black man, somebody came in your shit, took all your shit. All of it. They took your TVs, they took all your kicks, They took the PS5, nigga. They even took the stairs off your porch, put it on their house, redecorate their shit with your shit. And you telling me you won't go on that bitch and kick your feet up and grab a remote? Shit, I thought we was moving in together. That's my PS5. That's my TV. This is my love seat. I thought we was moving in together. You took everything here. What we doing? Oh, you wanted me to die. Okay. You wanted me to starve to death. Oh. These motherfuckers like, yeah, we get to keep those resources. Fuck those motherfuckers. Yeah, steal those resources. Kill those fucking brown people. You a white man, bro. And a lot of these people are. A lot of those people are bots. I'm not going to lie and act like that's why I engage with a lot of shit. A lot of these people are bots. But a lot of black people do fall for this bullshit, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm not falling for that shit, bro. Like, I've been too poor to fall for propaganda like that. I done lived around way too many people that come from different backgrounds and nationalities and ethnicities to even think like that. Because I know the overall problem is capitalism. You're not about to get me to be like, oh, well, you know, we have better housing if the immigrants are gone. Nigga, did y'all not live through 2008? Did y'all not live through 2008? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Better housing with the immigrants gone. When have that ever worked? Aren't they gentrifying your neighborhoods right now? It ain't the immigrants gentrifying. It's the white people. Keep it real. You too scared to go against Hunky though. You too scared to go against that cracker though. That nigga gentrified your neighborhood and put up a Black Lives Matter sign in your old childhood window, and you mad at the immigrants. Man, that's some good weed. The more you let that shit sit. This batch better than we'll pass some good shit last time. I nigga got been fucking up his Ronnie, really. But I'm about to stop smoking in a minute. If anybody want to support my weed habit, donate to me to support my weed habit. But yeah, man, I'm not about to sit. Hold on, what's that? Sounds like a sponsorship. If you in Detroit, hey, fuck with my weed, man. I don't buy from the dispensary. I try not to. I try not to buy it from the dispensary. No hate to the Arabs, but y'all fucked up the weed in Michigan. I ain't gonna lie. All that shit is the same. I'm not trying to hear it. I know y'all motherfuckers own the dispensaries, the white people and the Arabs. I'm not trying to hear it. Buy your weed off the ground. Buy your weed off the streets. If you support local weed, man, you know what I'm saying? Because I miss those days of selling weed. I miss that black market. You know, it's still there, of course, because of people like me, but it's nowhere near what it used to be. Nowhere near what it used to be. So, man, we used to grow our shit. We used to do, man, so much shit. You know what I'm saying? 51 that shit, make them niggas come back quick. No, I'm playing. I'm like, I never did that. Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me. Don't clip that. No, I'm just talking shit. Okay. You young cats don't know nothing about 51. You young cats don't know nothing about 51. Like if you was to sell weed and crack at the same time, boy, you can make some money. Especially with the old niggas who worked at the factories. Them niggas 51 all day. All fucking day, bro. 51. I remember my dad got out of prison and we used to sell crack to this one dude named Mike. He used to live right behind us. And Mike ended up fucking with my baby mama, with my mama-in-law, I would say. And you know, we used to smoke in the garage. We smoked weed in the garage because she wasn't a weed smoker. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking like this nigga was smoking weed because we sell him crack. You know what I'm saying? And cocaine, a little bit of cocaine. We do crack. Him and his dad. I'm like, this nigga, bro, let me hit that. He like, oh, no. You don't want that. You don't want that. It's that 51. I said, never mind. I turn right back around and get the fuck up out of there. I got the fuck up out of there. I thought you was going for it by on FBA. Hold on. What you talk? Oh. I don't want to live. What is this? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Why would I want to live anywhere else? I want to live in America. I want to kill the people that you call leaders, and I want to overthrow America. I don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do. I would love to live in China, of course, with all the free rent and technology and all the things that we don't have here. Self-driving cars that cost less than $30,000, and yeah. But no, I'd rather stay here and kill y'all leaders. I'd rather stay here and propagandize your children. You know, I think my work is to be here. For sure. I'm not. I don't think I'm leaving anytime soon. Your leaders already tried to kill my ass and jail me. So yeah, I think I want to get back. I think I want some get back on that. So yeah. But we're about to get ready to head up out of here. If somebody said high speed rail. If anybody would love to bring it up, come on through. RBN is we open to anybody. If you wanted to debate, you don't have to put your face on the camera. But if you wanted to come on and stand your ground, because like I said, a lot of you niggas be woofing in the comments. Y'all be woofing in those comments, bro. But is you really about that life? Is you really about that life? Can you really stand a debate against some people who's really principled in their ideology? Because the way I see it, you people only stand for white supremacy, bro. You people stand for white supremacy because if you're not standing for liberation of all people, what are you standing for? What are we doing here? We can't see one group of marginalized people and be like, yeah, my people went through the same thing. Nigga, what? What are you doing? What are you talking about? I don't want that to happen to these people because of the fact that happened to my people. I understand the generational drain it has on you. To this fucking day, we gotta have these talks with our children, our nieces and nephews about the police, about the system that hates us. To this fucking day, we have to watch out. Every fucking day we have to keep turning up. I don't want that for anyone. If I can't stand to see my people go through it, why would I turn my back on another person? That don't make you edgy, my nigga. It don't make you cool. That make you a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser, bro. Ain't no fucking way we're about to keep on going through this. What's gonna happen when they break us all up? Then what? We just sitting ducks. They weave out all the immigrants in the black community. Oh, now they know the difference between the Haitians and the black Americans. Okay. So these niggas go to prisons and these niggas go to islands. Easy. Simple. You have too much faith in the system that hates you. They have shown consistently that they hate you, hate your people, hate your way of life. They would do everything to kill you, even if that means poison your water, propagandize your people, or keep propaganda away from you. Keep you in poverty for generations. We have generational poor black people. Generations of black people that never had nothing. By the same motherfuckers. The same motherfuckers who are fucking us up are fucking up the immigrants. They're not going tit for tat. They're rounding us all up. I was just facing 25 years for domestic terrorism because of what I believe in. I ain't gonna lie, I did fight the police. But still, 25 years, way too much. But when they found out who I was and what I do, they was like, oh yeah, get this nigga the fuck up out of here. So I had to really fight the government to get up out of that. They called me a black, not a black supremacist, a black radical something. But they was going there. They took it there. I was in court like, oh shit. I'm looking at my lawyer. He was like, all right, don't worry about that. They don't need to deport your ass. They already got the prisons built, and they just built some more. So the niggas on it, so the Africans gonna go on, you know what I'm saying, do prison slave labor on the islands, and you gonna do prison slave labor, you know, on the land that you're proud to be, so you know, but proud to be from. You know, at least you get to stay here. At least that's something. You know, I've been in jail multiple times. Sometimes you get wrecked. You know, sometimes you can go outside, stare at the clouds and whatnot. But after a while, you start to figure out that it is, you know, everything in there is like a CIA tactic to make you go crazy. Because even if you miss the wind makes you want to escape. The walls talk to you and tell you your ass ain't going nowhere. You know, and even if you don't get wrecked, even if you in that bitch locked down 24/7, you will do anything to get back into GP, just to walk around for an hour, just to talk or get into fights or get your commissary stolen. But at the end of the day, it don't matter because you're still in prison. And at the end of the day, it don't matter because we still in prison. Until black people get liberation here, I would never, ever utter the words proud to be an American. Until we liberate our people from those prisons. And I found it funny that you people always say we got our own fights here, but you never want to talk about these fights. And who is actually behind these fights? It's the same people who's fucking up Palestinians. So even if we fight in selfish ways, we're still fighting for the world because those who are hurting them is hurting us. They never want to talk about the fight with the prison industrial complex. They never want to talk about how they still pushing fentanyl in our neighborhoods. The government is trying to wipe us out as a whole. This country hates us. It is trying to kill us. You have to understand that. You have to understand your enemy. Don't cozy up to your enemy. Because you're just going to be close enough to kill. You're gonna be close enough to kill first, or maybe last. But you're gonna sit there and witness all of this. You're gonna sit here and witness all of his tyranny. You're gonna sit here and witness some rip babies out of mothers' hands. You're gonna sit here and witness some bomb children and innocent civilians, wipe out entire fucking bloodlines. And once he's done with them, and once he's bored and he has nothing else, guess who's the new plaything? Yeah. And this isn't anything new. This isn't anything new. Kings have done this. Presidents have done this. Even senators do this. Once they done with you, they done with you. They murk you. You better ask Obama, chef. Oh, you can't. My bad. That's on me. Yeah, it's just sad though, but we're gonna see the end of the shit. It is what it is. I am about to dwell on shit too much because education is key. As long as we are willing to educate, you never know who minds you might flip. You never know who might see your point of view, and actually think about it. Actually think about it, because man, it is so much going on so fast. Breaking news every second. And to feel like you cannot be a victim of this capitalist society is putting our people at a disadvantage. To make our people feel like they are safe in a country who has been targeting us since we have been here, it put them at a disadvantage. It makes them put their guards down. It makes them think that their enemies aren't working. Your enemies are working. Activists, leftists, communists, we work hard. But them niggas work hard, and they got people around the globe to make sure that their way of life is law. Why you want me to call Latinos a slur? What is a slur for a Latino anyway? I don't be around Latinos. Why you want me to call them a slur? Who did I call a slur? When I call y'all a nigga? Is you black? Nigga. Y'all better get the fuck on with that shit. Nigga, this ain't CNN. Motherfucker. Somebody said, Freeman mentioned reparations. All of these groups said, hell no. When they want something, we all in it together. Hey, and there's some truth to that. And you know the ones who are saying that we are all together, the same ones who agree with reparations. The same ones that have class consciousness enough to understand that black people are owed reparations. And if we don't stop their suffering, nobody suffering is going to stop. They're going to go to the next person, and maybe use all of you together. Don't paint everybody with one brush. You had a bad experience with a handful of people. Nigga, we have billions of people in this fucking world. You telling me that what you have seen and what you have heard, even like you got to even take what I say with a grain of salt. Because I ain't fucking, I traveled the country, but I ain't talked to every motherfucker in this bitch. Y'all be like, all these immigrants are racist. Every immigrant is racist. I'll be like, what? That nigga's crazy, bro. That's a crazy ass mindset to have. I have to imagine that will drain you. That would like physically have to drain you to like think like that and just like have to be hateful like that all the time, to think everybody hates you. Like that has to be, you know what I'm saying? This ain't the fucking 70s or 60s, bro. Like niggas is really progressive now. And niggas got a lot to learn. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold their hand. But to sit here and be like, everybody is fucking like this because I had a bad experience with these people, that is crazy. That is fucking crazy, bro. I had bad experience with all you niggas. I had a bad experience with a black woman who told me that she don't even want reparations for black people. I had a black woman when I was working for Bernie Sanders back in 2016. She told me that she agreed with gentrification. She argued me up and down while she was waiting on the bus. You know what? You see what happens when you don't have class consciousness? You argue against your own fucking whatever. Anyways, I'm out this bitch. I don't give a fuck about your doctors who started your movements. Your movement has been derailed, has been led astray, has been stirred the wrong way. It is led by a group of clowns, and I don't give a fuck who your founders is, because what it stands on today is rubbish. Thank you for coming on. We will be back with another one pretty soon. And unfortunately, one of my guests had to, reschedule, but we will have him back pretty soon. So tap in for that. And but anyways, love y'all.